And now, your host, Josh Taylor.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Pop Culture Trivia Tuesday. We're starting a brand new, not really a new format, but we're changing it up a bit as we're going every other week. Starting this week, so this will be the first week. We're taking next week off, actually, mostly because we're going to be on vacation. And I'm going to be on vacation with some of these fools, including Christopher Beale.
This fool.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. I'm super excited for our trip to the East Coast. I'm excited to go to my hometown, see my mom, who's probably already in the chat. If you are, hi, Mom. And we rented just a stupid house, and by stupid I mean awesome, with a pool and all the things. And it's gonna be pretty chill. We're gonna spend some time in the parks. Several of our team are gonna be meeting for the first time in person. So it's pretty cool. I got to meet, in fact, the next two contestants on the show tonight, I got to meet both of them in person for the first time recently.
That's true. Yeah. You got to meet Nikki, who's, been our planner for a lot of the stuff that we're doing.
I've been trying.
The hunter of discounts and reservations is Nikki.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We appreciate you.
Oh, thanks, Josh.
And Dave's here too. Hello, friend. How are you?
Hi. Doing well. Excited for Friday.
Great. Yeah, I'm excited to do a little bit of hanging out in theme parks, but B, we're also going to be going live, doing some extra theme park pulse stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun in Orlando, because we've discovered. Sorry to interrupt, but we've discovered some kind of cool stuff we can do with our behind the scenes software, including we can go live mobile, which is pretty dope. So we have some big plans that are all, as we said on Coffee and Carousels on Sunday, that are all like internet dependent. So as soon as we get on the ground in Orlando, we're going to check speeds and locations, and we'll figure out how to make it all work. And hopefully we'll have a lot of live content from Orlando. And some of that will just kind of happen. Some of it will be unannounced. So make sure you're following us here on Twitch. Make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you have notifications turned on, because we might just pop up into your life. And by we might, I mean we definitely will.
We will.
And sometimes it'll be late at night, so it might get weird.
Oh, that won't be me.
No, Nikki will be asleep, but
Dave
Dave, Josh, Albie, me, pool deck, drinks, late at night, Twitch. Do I need to say any more? I don't think I do.
No.
Yeah. So Josh, good news, which I know you can already see, but our special guest has arrived in the dressing room, which I'm super excited about. So,
is that what it is? Is it a dressing room? Like we just have like a?
It is.
Well, I've never been invited to this dressing room.
It's actually a purple room. Do you want to do the Joshy Poo first, or do you want to bring our guest in first?
No, let me give you a Joshy Poo question for you.
All right.
To those that are here now in the chat, again, we're doing pop culture, not just Disney anymore. This is widening the net of things that we do here. So we're going to be talking about movies, television, music, all kinds of different stuff. But this first one is still sort of Disney related, and I am asking, what Marvel Cinematic Universe villain has also portrayed the roles of Wyatt Earp, Mr. Nobody, and Santa Claus? Again, what Marvel Cinematic Universe villain has also played roles like Wyatt Earp, Mr. Nobody, and Santa Claus? And while we're waiting for you to chime in on that, we're going to bring in our guest for today. Chris is so excited about this.
Mr. I'm so
Paul
stoked
Pratt.
for this. Really, really stoked. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Christopher J. Beale.
That's me.
Chris and Paul have been doing a radio show for the last couple of months, although that's gone on hiatus. But you guys have been really a team in the San Francisco area.
We have, yeah.
And Paul, you've actually been a large part of the Wrestling Inc. podcast for, quite a while now.
It's been since, I want to say since April, something like that. I'm gonna take these glasses off. But it's been about since April. I've been co-hosting the Wrestling Inc. podcast every Thursday. You can find that on wrestlinginc.com, all of their socials. And I was actually the guest co-host this morning. So this is my second time on a broadcast today.
Perfect. No, and you've done a great job over there at Wrestling Inc. I know that they've got a lot of big names come through, and you're filling some awesome shoes over there. Content's great. So if you're a big pro wrestling fan, do check out the show every Thursday.
Well, and I definitely wanted to, if I can derail this for just a second, Josh, before we get
You
back
can
to the
derail
Joshy
things like
poo.
nobody that I know.
I am the best. Pollo
Those
knows
are
this.
very
I'm sorry,
true
I
words.
actually struggle with calling Paul because to me, Paul is Pollo Del Mar, the fabulous San Francisco drag icon. And
Tell
so
me more, darling.
I'll tell you more about yourself. No, but
Please do.
we were actually hoping to have we were hoping to have Pollo on, but Pollo was booked tonight. But Paul was available, so we were able to get Paul. But tell everybody a little bit about your drag. Because drag
sure.
and wrestling, you're like the first person to kind of put those things together successfully.
There's been people who've done it before, and there have been people who've tried, and I'm sure there'll be people who do it after. But I've been a drag performer here in the San Francisco Bay Area for over 15 years. I've been a pro wrestling fan for my entire life. So the fact that they at some point came to merge about 5 years ago was super exciting to me. And then you can see that I'm wearing an NWA t-shirt right now on
National Wrestling Alliance. Yeah.
Yes, the National Wrestling Alliance. And this is their 73rd year in production. And I just came from St. Louis on August 28th. So like almost exactly a month ago to where we did the first ever all women's pay-per-view. And I got to participate in that. And I'll be heading off soon to Southern California to do some stuff with Game Changer Wrestling. I'll do a lot of shows locally. So there's many opportunities if you're in the Bay Area to catch me live at a pro wrestling event.
Well, we're going to actually jump into a game here that is not all pro wrestling, but there's definitely some pro wrestling involved in these questions tonight, as well as a lot of other different things, pop culture related. But before we get into round number one, let me give you the answer to the Joshy Poo question for you. I didn't name it that, but I've continued to stick with it. What Marvel Cinematic Universe villain has also played the roles like Wyatt Earp, Mr. Nobody, and Santa Claus? That is Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Kurt Russell is the answer there. Kurt Russell. Yes. Round one is going to pit spouses against each other.
No.
It's going to be great, guys. We're going to do great.
I'm ready to lose.
You should. Nikki and Dave are going up against each other. Nikki is going to start us off in number one here. Oh, and your cat is also joining in. That's so nice of you.
What's really funny is we were just going to do this behind the scenes, but we have had like an attack of the animals right now.
Oh, that's so nice.
This is
Everybody
Drewy.
So,
Oh my God! Hi, Meggles. Drewy, look, it's Meggles.
Look, hi, hello.
So you guys, I'm sure y'all know that.
Sorry, we're like crashing the show from the green room. Sorry, Josh.
I have a fairly growing success on Twitch, and this dog is like super popular. My other dog is even more popular. The other one's an evil bastard, but everybody loves him most. This one, in using wrestling terms, they call this one the baby face. That means the good guy. So this is baby face. His real name is Drewy. So,
all right, Josh, back to you.
All right, thanks. Awesome. Well, let's get into this thing. Round one.
I'm sorry our child is so loud right now.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Round one, question one. Nikki, going to you.
Okay, Joshy.
World Championship Wrestling hosted a large parade and ceremony at the then Disney MGM Studios theme park for the signing of Hulk Hogan in what year that saw President Bill Clinton and Boris Yeltsin sign the Kremlin Accords? Ace of Base gave us the song The Sign.
Oh.
And Fox debuted their new drama Party of Five. Again, World Championship Wrestling hosted a large parade and ceremony at the then Disney MGM Studios theme park for the signing of Hulk Hogan in what year that saw President Bill Clinton and Boris Yeltsin sign the Kremlin Accords? Ace of Base gave us the song The Sign, and Fox debuted their new drama Party of Five.
So one of my birthday parties was a karaoke birthday party when I was little, and that was
Yep.
like the song we kept singing over and over and over
Song
again.
for time. Got it.
I want to say it's 94.
That is
Yes.
correct. Nice.
Whew.
1 point
I was
for
either going to say
Nikki.
4 or 6. I almost. Whew.
Point for you. All right, Dave.
Okay.
Seen More is a show than a ride. What 1960s Disneyland attraction was never added to the ticket books that you'd purchase at the front gate, but rather you had to buy a separate ticket at the attraction itself? Again, seen more as a show than a ride. What 1960s Disneyland attraction was never added to the ticket books you'd purchase at the front gate, but rather you had to buy a separate ticket to the show?
Oh, wow.
I don't know. This one.
Disneyland question for me and a WCW question for Nikki.
Right?
Okay. But I'm not going to guess this one right. We're going to say Country Bear Jamboree.
No, it's the Enchanted Tiki Room.
There we go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could not get it through the ticket books. You had to pay at the front door to get in that one. Nikki, back to you. Before he was just the guy that makes things blow up in Transformers movies, Michael Bay began a relationship with Disney by making what 1996 film for their Hollywood Pictures subsidiary that features Nick Cage and Sean Connery trying to stop Ed Harris from killing everyone in San Francisco. Again, before he was just the guy that makes things blow up in Transformers movies, Michael Bay began a relationship with Disney by making what 1996 film for their Hollywood Pictures subsidiary that features Nick Cage and Sean Connery trying to stop Ed Harris from killing everyone in San Francisco.
This is it? I don't know if this is it. The Rock. Is that the name of it?
Yes, that is
okay.
correct.
Okay.
I've actually seen that movie.
All right, going 2-0 here. 2-0. Dave, you got to catch up here. And by the way, to everyone who's playing and everyone who's chatting along, thank you for chatting along and giving your answers here. Please continue to give your answers because everybody on the panel gets one time and one time only to ask the chat for help. So Dave might be doing that here real soon if he keeps lagging.
Might be the case.
Yeah.
In his defense, the cat is very distracting.
Very true.
All right, Dave, running for 12 seasons on ABC from 1993 to 2005 and creating the boom in cop drama television, what show saw New York detective Andy Sipowicz become an unlikely hero since he was plagued with alcoholism, sexism, and homophobia? Again, running for 12 seasons on ABC from 1993 to 2005, creating the boom in cop drama TV, what show saw New York detective Andy Sipowicz become an unlikely hero since he was plagued with alcoholism, sexism, and homophobia?
So this would be NYPD Blue.
That is correct. You got a point. Way to go, buddy. You got it. All right, Nikki. Kelly Monaco is best known for portraying Sam McCall on General Hospital, but the actress can also lay claim to being the initial winner of what still running ABC competition show back in 2005. Again, Kelly Monaco is best known for portraying Sam McCall on General Hospital, but the actress can also lay claim to being the initial winner of what still running ABC competition show back in 2005.
ABC competition show. Dancing with the Stars?
That is correct.
Whew.
Dave.
All right, 3-1.
Dave, please finish this Disney lyric in 3 words.
Okay.
Don't pick the prickly pear by the paw. When you pick a pear, try to blank. Again, finish this Disney lyric in 3 words. Don't pick the prickly pear by the paw. When you pick a pear, try to blank.
I'm going to go to the chat.
Going
Good
to the
choice.
chat on this one. All right. Zach is your only answer currently. saying use the claw.
Use the claw sounds good to me. Let's go with that. Makes sense.
That is the correct answer. Don't use your paw, use the claw.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Nikki.
Okay, Joshy.
Universal Studios Hollywood's first ride-through attraction was based on what often rebooted sci-fi show weirdly based on Mormonism that saw humans escape a robotic overtaking by jumping on a spaceship. Again, Universal Studio Hollywood's first ride-through attraction was based on what often rebooted sci-fi show weirdly based on Mormonism that saw humans escape a robotic overtaking by jumping on a spaceship.
What? I have no idea. I don't know.
You got to give me an answer, or
I don't know. I don't have
Okay.
an answer. I don't know. I guess,
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
it's
Battlestar
Battleship Galactica. Yep. Sorry, I said Battlestar Galactica. Yes.
You sunk my Battleship Galactica.
I did sink your Battleship Galactica. All right, Dave. Now mostly known as an actor who won the very first Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance in 1989. Now mostly known as an actor who won the very first Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance in 1989.
That's got to be Ice. Ooh, wait. It's one of the Ices. Oh, no. Is it? I was going to say Cube. T? Is it T?
No.
No. Is it Cube?
It's Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
The Fresh Prince.
Oh, interesting.
Prince. Nikki. The Phantom of the Opera is the longest running Broadway show, still going strong. But the second longest running is what show that's had a film adaptation that won Best Picture at the 2002 Academy Awards?
Best Picture 2002.
Again, The Phantom of the Opera is the longest running Broadway show, still going strong, but the second longest running is what show that's had a film adaptation that won Best Picture at the 2002 Academy Awards?
I want to say Chicago was big. Yeah. Miss Roxy Hart.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Chicago. Dave, you're losing this round, but you still have one more question to get on the board here.
All right, let's try it.
Dave, based on his role in 2021's The Suicide Squad, John Cena will portray the Peacemaker character in an upcoming TV series for what streaming service? Again, based on his role in 2021's The Suicide Squad, John Cena will portray the Peacemaker character in an upcoming TV series for what streaming service?
I won't be able to see him because our subscription ran out, but it's HBO Max.
That is correct. Nikki, you still won by 1 point, and now you'll head to the finals. So great work.
What? Wow.
And also, our poll that we have up on Twitch said you would win anyway, so great job there. That means now we've got Paul and Chris going up against each other. Feel free to vote in the poll there on Twitch as well to see who goes on to the finals in this one. And we've also got a bonus round this evening called It's All in the Eyes, and I'll talk a little bit more about that coming up. And before we jump into this round, Paul, I do have a couple more questions for you as a kind of a get to know your guest thing here that we do every week. But Paul, again, wrestling personality, you're doing stuff all over the place and now part of NWA, but what got you initially into wrestling?
What got me into wrestling actually was a strong and concerted effort by my family to find anything masculine whatsoever to entertain me. They tried every imaginable sport. I went through baseball, football, boxing, karate lessons, Boy Scouts, none of that worked. And then my grandfather turned on pro wrestling one afternoon on a Saturday, and I saw a match with Austin Idol and Jerry Lawler facing off. It was they're two legends in the world of professional wrestling. And Austin Idol was very flamboyant, feather boas, lots of sequin, lots of pink satin. And for obvious reasons, that was very appealing to me. The interesting fact was that at NWA 73, I got to meet him and thank him for that experience because he works for the National Wrestling Alliance now.
It does, yeah, that's true. And I want to know, what is your connection? Because I could see the connection easily between wrestling and being a drag superstar, right? But what inspires you to be in drag, like as far as wrestling? Is it the boas? Is it the flamboyant costumes? Like what do you bring from wrestling over to that side of your life?
So I'm confused. Like, how do I marry the two?
Have you married the two?
Well, I think that what attracts me to the world of professional wrestling is the drama factor of it all. Everything is very high drama. It's it's that presentation of stories and the characters being larger than life. Those are all things that I really relate to as a drag performer. So what I bring into the world of professional wrestling is all of that. I'm a fully developed character in and of myself. And then when I apply that in the world of professional wrestling, it reads very much the same way that everybody in the world of professional wrestling does, like that larger than life personality and persona. But I will tell you that one of the things that I tell people all the time is, if the casual observer were to strip away the fact that my character is in drag, the persona that I portray is very classic, very traditional. It's something that we've seen for generations, but I just added a different layer to it because instead of being a devious, conniving woman, which we've seen presented many different ways in the world of professional wrestling, I happen to be a man playing a devious, conniving woman as presented in the world of professional wrestling.
That's fair. That's fair. And as far as Pollo Del Mar is concerned, you already brought it up. You have a Twitch channel. What happens over on that Twitch channel, and where can people find it?
Yeah, it's very easy to find. It is twitch.tv/Pollo Del Mar. And predominantly the audience that I've built there to this point, and we're talking, meaning we, the people who are strong and avid followers of me there, we've been talking about how to build out the content that we collectively want to watch. But traditionally, what we've been doing for the last many months is watching old school professional wrestling, specifically the Mid-South promotion, which was based in Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana. And that is the promotion that I watched most extensively as a child. It was pre-WWF explosion and cable television explosion. So that's what really rooted my love for professional wrestling. And that's what we've been watching. We've watched 3 consecutive years from 1982. Now we're at I think the beginning almost of 1986. And that's what we're watching. We are talking about ways to build it out. We're going to start watching other things, other wrestling related content. But for the most part, it's been really rewarding. Actually, I'm going to be on there tonight at 8 o'clock. So if anybody wants to join me at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, feel free. So yeah, we're talking about new ways and exciting ways to interact with each other. But we haven't discovered what those are going to be just yet.
Was that an invitation for us to just like come crash your stream at 8 o'clock? Because I mean, we could. Yeah,
you absolutely can.
Oh,
by the way, this is Jasper. He's the heel. He's the bad guy in the household. Everybody loves him. Cut a heel promo, Jasper.
I'm afraid now.
Okay, go.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I don't know how I can win against Jasper.
You can't. Well, I mean, you got 3. There's 3 of you there. You got your two babies, and I've got my 2 babies. Except mine are fighting literally under my feet.
Perfect. Well, let's jump into this one. I'm starting with you, Paul, for round number 2.
By the way, do I get any points for the background? Did anybody catch what the background is?
No.
Your background is WCW Nitro from Hollywood Studios.
Thank you, Josh. Thought you'd appreciate it.
I don't see that. Your background to me looks like an office.
No, the background.
Oh, no, the actual background.
The background on the screen. I thought you meant like.
Yeah.
So it'd
be really impressive if I looked at his office and thought exactly that.
Yeah, if I was like, look what I've done for you.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
look what I made. Dean Malenko's here. Go.
So, okay, go on.
All right. Question number 1. What children's author not only wrote the Fear Street books, but also co-created and was the lead writer for the Nickelodeon show Eureka's Castle?
Repeat that again?
I will.
Yeah.
What children's author not only wrote the Fear Street books, but also co-created and was the lead writer for the Nickelodeon show Eureka's Castle?
I literally have no idea about this because I'm legitimately not even sure I've R.L. Stein.
That is correct.
Is it?
It is correct.
What?
You're doing great so far. Keep it going.
The only reason I remember that is because they're turning those Fear Street books into a TV show or something.
Yeah, they have been.
I don't know where that came from because I legitimately don't like. I have no idea. Okay, go on.
Question number 2.
You're like
going
that person
over
at the
to
poker
Chris.
table. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Legitimately, though, I did not know that.
Chris.
Yeah.
No, finish your thought. Sorry.
No, I didn't know it. So, but I was sitting here and it just came into my head, and I'm like, the ticker thing is happening. So just say it.
Well, hopefully that continues to happen for you.
The ticker makes you smarter.
Yeah, it's true. Chris, after being told she was like a cheerleader from high school, Gwen Stefani wrote the song "Holla Back Girl" as a diss track for the comments made by what female grunge star? Again, after being told she was like a cheerleader from high school, Gwen Stefani wrote the song "Holla Back Girl" as a diss track for the comments made by what female grunge star?
Courtney Love.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Literally,
Right.
it's the only female grunge singer, basically.
It's also the only answer I'm going to get right. So
Maybe.
although I might do better with pop culture than just Disney. So we'll see.
Just see.
Pop Culture Trivia Tuesday.
All right, Paul. A legend in pro wrestling, Cowboy Bob Orton was a star and had been a part of the original WrestleMania main event. He made a return in the mid-2000s to help his son Randy in a feud with The Undertaker, but was released quickly after it was discovered he had what liver-killing blood-borne virus that currently
Hepatitis
doesn't
C.
have... Oh, didn't even need me to finish it. That is correct.
It does have a cure.
It does. Well, it doesn't have a vaccine you get as a child.
Yes.
Which is what I would have said to finish the question.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, Chris. The Hotel del Coronado was the inspiration for Disney's Grand Flirting Hotel and has had a laundry list of owners since its opening in 1888, with its most recent coming in 2017 with what family that also owns the DoubleTree, Hyatt, and Waldorf Astoria brands of hotels. Again, the Hotel del Coronado is the inspiration for Disney's Grand Flirting Hotel and has had a laundry list of owners since its opening in 1888, with its most recent coming in 2017 with what family that also owns the DoubleTree, Hyatt, and Waldorf Astoria brands of hotels.
I got nothing. I'm going to the chat.
Going to the chat on this one.
What?
We've got the Hiltons.
All right, the Hilton
A
family.
lot of Hiltons. Which is correct.
That's so hot.
That's hot.
Yeah,
That's
true.
hot.
All right. Back to Paul. Well, according to composer Alan Menken, what Disney Renaissance film featuring Demi Moore has the greatest song he's ever written as an opening number? Again, according to composer Alan Menken, what Disney Renaissance film featuring Demi Moore has the greatest song he's ever written as an opening number?
Featuring Demi Moore.
That's where I'm lost too. Huh.
Beauty and the Beast.
No, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I didn't know
Fuck
Demi
that.
was in that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she's Esmeralda.
Yeah, this is a family show. Watch your Pollo Del Mouth.
Ooh.
Sorry. Wash it out with some Pollo Del soap.
That one didn't work.
Chris, years before The Force Awakens, Oscar Isaac played the title role in the film Inside Llewyn Davis, where he sang folk songs alongside Justin Timberlake and what fellow Star Wars sequel actor? Again, years before The Force Awakens, Oscar Isaac played the title role in the film Inside Llewyn Davis, where he sang folk songs alongside Justin Timberlake and what fellow Star Wars sequel actor?
Total like left field guess, but I'm gonna say Ewan McGregor.
No. Adam Driver.
Okay.
I met Ewan McGregor. He was nice.
He seems like a nice fellow.
He was very nice.
Paul, the first of many holiday specials from the Peanuts gang, It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown sees the kids dress in classic Halloween costumes to go trick-or-treating, including Lucy, who dresses in what fitting costume? Again, the first of many holiday specials from the Peanuts gang, It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown sees the kids dress in classic Halloween costumes to go trick-or-treating, including Lucy, who dresses in what fitting costume?
I'm gonna go to the chat.
Going to the chat on this one. We've got a lot of witches.
Yes, witches. Great. Perfect.
Going with that, and that is the correct answer.
Perfect.
Chris, finish this Disney lyric.
What's
in
the
4
score?
words.
I'm just
Your
curious.
current score, Paul is up 3-2.
Ooh, that's still a close ball game, though.
It is.
Yeah, well,
And
this is our opportunity to tie it up because we
I
both
like these, unless it's a movie I haven't seen, which is likely.
Please finish this Disney lyric in 4 words. Cruella de Vil, if she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. To see her is to blank. Finish this lyric with 4 words. Cruella de Vil, if she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. To see her is to blank.
Feel a sudden chill.
Yes, that is correct. Tied it up.
Cruella de Vil. No? Okay. Just me.
Wow, guys. Wow.
I can see Nikki backstage appreciating it. Thank you. Hi, Nikki.
Yeah.
I love you too.
All right.
Dave does not approve.
This one's going to Paul. Last question for this round. The Rock's first big breakthrough role was the Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns, which was one of the highest grossing movies of what year that saw Alicia Keys become a breakout star with her album Songs in A Minor. Adult Swim became a regular programming block on Cartoon Network, and The Producers sweeps all of the top awards at the Tony Awards. Again, The Rock's first big breakthrough role was the Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns, which was one of the highest grossing films of what year that saw Alicia Keys become a breakout star with her album Songs in A Minor. Adult Swim became a regular programming block on Cartoon Network, and The Producers swept all the top awards at the Tony Awards.
2001.
That is correct. All right, Chris, you got to get this one or you lose.
I'm not confident.
Chris, Super Nintendo World has become such a popular spot at Universal Studios Japan already that they've announced an expansion that will focus on what other long-term Nintendo franchise. Again, Super Nintendo World has become such a popular spot at Universal Studios Japan already that they've announced an expansion that will focus on what other long-term Nintendo franchise.
All right, I'm going to be guessing. Is it Zelda?
No, Donkey Kong is the correct answer.
Oh, but I thought that was already part of the current one. Wow.
It is not part of the current one. No.
Cool.
That means that Paul's going
that
on
would
to
have been
the
my guess if I didn't think it
finals.
already existed. But you know what? That's fine. Welcome back, Nikki.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Dave.
So sorry. So we're going to see Nikki and Paul play it out in the finals. But before we get to that, we're going to play a little bit of bonus games here where nothing really matters as far as points. We'll see how everyone does. This is a visual game called It's All in the Eyes. You might hear from time to time that actors state their work comes mostly from their eyes. So I thought it'd be apropos to test this out. I'm going to give you a pair of eyes from a Marvel MCU actor. You simply
Oh my goodness.
name the actor. All right. Each of you is going to get 3 tries at this. So we'll see how this goes for everybody.
I have no confidence whatsoever
Yeah, I'm nervous.
in my ability to play this game.
You're gonna
So
be
do we
fine
just
there.
do we get individually asked?
Yep, and we're gonna actually start with Dave here.
Okay.
Dave, please name this actor from their eyes.
Jeremy Renner.
I love that these aren't full screen. Thank you, Josh.
Well, I thought it was actually gonna. I didn't. Dang it. You
Let's
guys look
see.
weird.
Who is this?
I can see it well enough. I don't understand why y'all have issues.
Well, sorry. Who said Jeremy Renner?
It's Jeremy Renner, right?
Oh yeah, Dave, you said it. Okay, you got it. That is correct.
Yeah.
Whew, losing it. All right, number 2.
I was just behind him.
This is going to Nikki.
Okay. Oh,
Give me those
Samuel L.
eyes.
Jackson.
How rude!
Oh.
I know that one. I never even heard of the first one.
It's a pretty recognizable one.
That is correct. Number 3, going to you, Paul.
Oh wow.
Jesus, I don't even know who that is.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the question, isn't it?
Oh.
Sure. Lawrence Fishburne.
It is in fact not. It is Mark
Ruffalo.
Chris, this one's yours.
Okay.
It's all in the eyes.
Tom Holland.
Yes,
Nice.
Tom
Oh,
Holland.
he's
Oh,
is
yeah.
correct there.
Good job.
He's adorable.
Right?
Going back to Dave, number 5.
I don't like that I'm.
Is that Brie Larson?
Mm-hmm.
That is Brie Larson. That is
Okay.
correct. Number 6, Nikki.
Oh, it's Don Cheadle.
Yes, Don
Okay.
Cheadle is correct. Wow.
Took me a second. All I could see was his character.
Soft cheat.
Yep,
No, all I
big
could
time.
because
Yeah. Paul, going to you.
It's all in the eyes.
Oh yes,
With Nikki and this game.
this is Iron Man. This
There's
is
Iron Man.
Um,
Robert Downey Jr.
yes.
oh, we can say the character's name.
I mean,
There
I
is
would have
that.
taken either or,
Oh,
but that's fine.
Oh, see, we didn't know that.
I thought
Chris.
I had come up with the actor's
Nikki's
name.
like, that's what they're saying in the chat. That would have been way easier. Just kidding.
Oh gosh,
Just kidding.
seriously,
Who the hell? Who even? Oh, I know who it is.
Yeah, give me
you
it.
better.
That's Captain America.
Yes, correct.
America's ass.
Wow.
Oh, I
Dave, this one's yours.
know who that one is too.
That's
Mhm.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Is
Yes. Man, this is easier than I thought it was going to be. Nikki.
Oh, wow.
Natalie Portman.
That is Natalie Portman.
Wow, good
That's
job.
tricky.
Yeah,
Looking
that
just
one
like
was
Demi Lovato.
tricky.
Paul, this one's yours.
That is That-
Oh.
I strongly think that is Natalie Portman.
It is not Natalie Portman. It is Chris Hemsworth.
Oh yes.
Hey, Josh, we just
And-
put up the Twitch poll for the final round, by the way.
Oh,
if
perfect.
folks want to vote
Perfect.
in that. 'Cause I don't know if you're seeing your private chat tonight.
I did not look. Sorry. And by the way,
you have several notes waiting for you in there.
thank you. I appreciate that. Last but not least, Chris, this one's yours.
Ooh, nice.
Oh. Oh, that's deceptive.
Oh, entirely deceptive.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, that one's Chris Pratt.
Oh, I thought it was Ed Norton.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Didn't know
Is it-
that.
Just eyes are general. Those are just some
I
general.
He has
cannot
some-
remember
yeah.
when Maya Angelou had been part of the Marvel Universe.
Winning that
There's
one,
some
I
very
mean,
basic eyes.
Dave is such an MCU super fan. It was an easy win there for that one. And by the way, in the last Twitch poll, Pollo Del Mar did win that one. So 2 for 2
So it
from the
worked out,
Twitch.
yeah.
2 for 2 on the Twitch polls tonight. So we'll see who wins the Twitch poll going into the finals of Nikki.
Nikki's too
All
smart.
Before we go into that, though, Dave, you got any guesses on who is going to win this evening?
I'm gonna go. And well,
Nikki's
I'm gonna
a
go with
really
Nikki.
good cheater.
Yeah.
Pollo. I don't know.
I'll steal all the blankets if you don't pick me.
Yeah, Nikki.
Wow.
But I voted for
then
Paul.
I guess I'll just do this.
Chris, you're going with Paul?
I'm rooting for Pollo Del Mar up there.
Go lay down, boys.
Okay.
Wow. All right. That being said, we'll jump into the final round here. I'm very excited. We're going to see how this goes.
Oh
We
dear.
might have another guest winner this week. Hopefully. I'm rooting for you, Paul.
Thank you. I
Oh.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Thanks.
Yeah, shut up over there, Nikki. All right, here we go. Question number
Rude.
one, actually, question number one is going to Paul. So we're starting with him. Shot at an amusement park. 3 ninjas, high noon at Mega Mountain, saw 3 karate-loving brothers take on the sinister Dave Dragon, otherwise known as what bad-acting suburban commando pro wrestler in 1998? Again, shot at an amusement park. 3 ninjas, high noon at Mega Mountain, saw 3 karate-loving brothers take on the sinister Dave Dragon, otherwise known as what bad-acting suburban commando pro wrestler in 1998?
Bad acting suburban commando wrestler in 1998. I don't know.
It's Hulk Hogan.
Was it?
Hogan
I'm
played-
surprised with that.
Yeah.
Was that before or after he
it's
was a
bad.
nanny?
It's after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Question number 2, going to Nikki here. Made in the 1960s, what eccentric artist created the first Batman film titled Batman Dracula? Nope, that's not correct. Sorry, pressing buttons early. Again, made in the 1960s, what eccentric artist created the first Batman film titled Batman Dracula? But without the actual rights to the character, all copies have been lost to time. Again, made in the 60s. What eccentric
60s.
artist created the first Batman film titled Batman Dracula? But without the actual rights to the character, all copies have been lost to time.
Like, Dolly's the only eccentric artist I know from that time period because I failed art.
No.
Okay.
Andy
It
Warhol?
is Andy Warhol. That is
Oh,
correct.
man.
Yeah, the pop art guy. As CAG
Yeah, I've been to his
says.
museum.
Man, I should be able to steal.
Paul, what NBC sitcom was initially pitched as a spin-off of The Office with Steve Carell planned to appear in the pilot before those ideas were nixed?
Say that again.
What NBC sitcom was initially what NBC sitcom was initially pitched as a spin-off of The Office with Steve Carell planned to appear in the pilot before those plans were nixed?
Parks and Rec.
Yes, that is correct. Nikki,
Mhm.
the first video game to have special moves made by creating a combo with a joystick and buttons was what martial arts arcade game that features characters from around the world? Again, the first video game to have special moves made by creating a combo with a joystick and buttons was what martial arts arcade game that features characters from around the world?
Okay, it's either Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. And I am a button masher. And around the world. All around the world. Mortal Kombat.
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's Street Fighter.
Yes.
It is Street
Ugh.
Fighter. Yeah. All right. Paul, Britney Spears' biggest hit of all time, Baby One More Time, ranked number 1 for 2 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100. In what year that saw 10 Things I Hate About You hit theaters, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was the top-selling book of the year, and the animated show Futurama debuted on Fox? Again, Britney Spears' biggest hit of all time, Hit Me Baby One More Time, ranked number 1 for 2 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 in what year that saw 10 Things I Hate About You hit theaters, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is the top-selling book of that year, an animated show Futurama debuted on Fox?
1997.
No, 1999.
99. I was going to say 98.
You're in the ballpark.
Mm.
Sorry. But you are currently winning the poll, Twitch poll that we've got going on. So
That's good.
hopefully. Oh, sorry. Chris has informed me you actually won it. It's over.
Ah.
So
Nice work, pal.
the shut up over there. All right. Shut up, Chris. You don't own me. All right. Nikki. Both animated by Glenn Keane, Tarzan has a similar look to what other princely main character of the Disney Renaissance? Again, because both are animated by Glenn Keane, Tarzan has a similar look to what other princely main character of the Disney Renaissance?
Aladdin?
No. It's the Beast in human form.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They do.
Human Beast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow,
Right.
I'm failing miserably.
You are failing miserably. That is correct.
Mm.
Paul.
Thanks
Thanks for the
too.
support. Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that one.
Paul, based more on Eastern folklore than anything else, in 1978, what was added to the Matterhorn bobsled attraction at Disneyland to make it even scarier? Based mostly on Eastern folklore than anything else, in 1978, what was added to the Matterhorn bobsled attraction at Disneyland to make it even scarier?
Eastern folklore. A dragon.
No,
It's
it
a
is
Yeti.
the
I almost said that. That was my second guess.
Oh,
Yeti. Yes.
it's okay.
All right, Nikki,
Yeah.
please finish this Disney lyric with 4 words.
All right.
What would I give if I could live out of these
Out of these
waters? What would I pay to spend a day
The
blank?
day, warm on the sand.
Yeah, that is correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were supposed to say it again. Do you want to
That's-
repeat the question?
No, I won't repeat the question. You got it right.
I'm sorry.
All right, we're tied up 1-1 here going into the final 2 questions. Paul, Hugh Jackman was never meant to be cast as Wolverine in the X-Men films, but he came recommended by what Gladiator title star? Again, Hugh Jackman was never originally meant to be cast as Wolverine in the X-Men films, but he came recommended by what Gladiator title star?
Russell Crowe.
Yes, that is correct.
You gave him such an easy question.
I didn't think it was that easy. I mean, I've been trying to vary it up throughout the evening, but okay. Since
You
you
know
know
what?
so much, here you go.
I know nothing. Have you seen?
The character of Wolverine is only 5'3" in the comic books, but yet
Right.
Hugh Jackman plays him.
Yeah.
Right.
Absurd.
Nikki, last one here. Consider
boy.
the first science fiction novel and written by a woman at age 16. What classic story is now seen as one of the greatest horror movies of all time? Again, consider the first science fiction novel and written by a woman at age 16. What classic story is now seen as one of the greatest horror films of all time?
I have a chat. I'm going to use it.
Do you
I
have a
cannot
chat?
believe it. I know this answer.
It's Mary
Got a
something
bunch
that
of
wrote
people
it.
saying Frankenstein.
Mary Shelley. See, I was thinking Mary. I didn't know who Frankenstein. There we go.
Yes, that is correct. That means it's tied up at the end. So we're going into
Woo!
sudden death, everybody. All right, I'm going to ask one question and one question only. The first person to tell me the correct number or the closest to that correct number, either below or over, doesn't matter. This is not Price is Right rules, will win. During a regular 16-hour operating day at Disneyland, how many times does the song It's a Small World play within that attraction? Again, during a regular operating day, 16-hour operating day at Disneyland, how many times does the song It's a Small World loop around within that attraction? Start with Nikki.
400.
400 times that song plays all day. Paul?
And this is like just throughout the park, right?
The all day long 16-hour day. How many times does that song play inside that ride?
On that attraction alone, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say 1,200.
That's a crazy number because that's the actual correct number that I have. 1,200 times that song plays throughout a day.
How did you know that? You did math, didn't you?
Yes.
You know numbers.
I figured out how long the song is and then divided it times playing over and over and over on a loop per hour times 16.
That's not fair. He knows numbers.
That means that our winner this week is Paul Pratt.
Yes!
That's amazing.
Yes!
What just happened?
I've never had anybody guess the exact number on a final sudden death question.
I had no chance. I had no chance.
That was zero chance for you. That's true.
Oh, Nikki, are you okay? How do you feel? You lost in sudden death.
I know.
To Paul Pratt, aka Pollo Del Mar.
Yeah. I mean, I can't.
Can I tell you the reason we haven't had Pollo on up to now is because Pollo frequently goes, I don't think I'd be very good at that. And Pollo comes on here
and then slays.
Chunks it. Yeah. So nicely done. Bravo.
Not only that, he claimed to know several of the answers in all of the other questions.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it happens.
Yes, exactly. Like I didn't know barely any of my answers, but I knew the other questions.
I knew a lot of Chris's answers, and he didn't know them.
Well, that's pretty normal, I think, don't you?
I mean, thank God it wasn't like all the I people, because I would have never gotten any of them. Like I knew 2 pair of eyes.
That was fun. Good job on that, Josh.
That was a good game, Josh.
Yeah, everybody in the chat room and here on screen, give it up for our host, Josh Taylor, tonight. Yay!
Yay, Josh!
Woo! Cool, guys.
Good job. Pollo, before we go, I keep calling you Pollo because you're Pollo Del Mar.
It doesn't matter.
That's where people can find you here on Twitch. And you're doing a show in approximately 2 hours on your Twitch channel. You're going to watch some old wrestling. Please, by all means, plug that. What are you going to be doing?
Yeah, I mean, my Twitch channel here is twitch.tv/Pollo Del Mar, POLLODELMAR. We just get together and watch old school wrestling and talk. And one of the things I've always said that is my favorite part about being a drag performer, and specifically a drag performer in the world of professional wrestling, is that it really builds a community of people around you. And the community of people who join me here on Twitch are quite delightful. Everybody gets along really nice. We haven't gotten to that tipping point where a whole bunch of jerks start joining us yet. So, and the ones that do join are kind of lovable jerks. So, I mean, they're bitter betties, you know, but like I tell them to shut up and they move on. But it's a lot of fun. So if you like pro wrestling, you know, join us. There's a lot of the 2 dogs too. A lot of that as well.
Pollo, let me ask you this. We talk frequently behind the scenes because everyone on this screen right now is a professional wrestling fan. So let's give the last 5 minutes of the show here. Let's talk about professional wrestling a little bit.
Yeah,
and I want to start with a philosophical question, if I can. Josh, if you have something else planned, tell me to shut up. But
I don't.
Philosophically, what do you think it is that causes there to be such a big overlap between professional wrestling fans and Disney fans? My theory is that it's willful suspension of disbelief. It's something that both fan bases have to do in order to enjoy the product. But I'm curious, what do you think it is that causes there to be such an overlap? Because I think it's a larger, like just, I mean, I know you know this. Like, it seems like everybody who's into wrestling is also a huge Disney fan, or at least a minor Disney fan.
You know, like I look at it as concentric circle, like you know, the overlapping Olympic circles where there's like that in between, right?
Yeah, Venn
you can also throw drag in there as well. But I think that for Disney fans specifically, it's about the battle of good and evil, because that's the whole basis of the story, and the nuanced characters. Because even in the world of Disney, most of these characters have something that is driving them to be evil. They're not they're not like a demon that's born evil. It's that overlapping understanding of there is a motivation for even the evil characters to do what they do, and then the fight for good to overcome that. And that's really what the world of professional wrestling is built around at its core. We've seen that change over the recent years, where there's like those tweeners, like the in between, and some people love that, but it should be no surprise that in the world of professional wrestling, I love the bad guys, just like my favorite Disney character is Ursula. You know what I mean? Like and by the way, I have an entire backstory personally written for Ursula, which if Disney wants to pay me, I'll play it out for them. But yeah, she's misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
Much like Pollo Del Mar. How would you describe Pollo Del Mar to folks that are maybe thinking about going over there and clicking subscribe on your channel tonight? Who's Pollo Del Mar?
Well, first of all, like Pollo Del Mar doesn't usually do the streams. Paul Pratt usually does the streams. The person who's sitting right here. I'm not going to change. I'm going to take a nap. I'll wake up in an hour and
wake up 10 seconds before it's streaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's that. But the character of Pollo Del Mar was specifically started. The personification of it was based on Anna Nicole Smith, and in that time frame when she was towards the end of her life, unfortunately, where she was like big, beautiful, very like vivacious, also kind of outrageous and outlandish. So that has always been the personification of an embodiment of what I wanted to present in drag. Of course, it's evolved and changed over 15 years, as one would imagine. But on my channel, it's a lot of banter. We're watching things. We're watching the product. I'm streaming these things, and I'm reacting to them. And some of the stuff I say is ridiculous. Some of it's pretty funny. Christopher, you know how it is to be sitting in a room with me. Like it's outlandish. You do not know what you're going to get. And so they're getting all of this stuff. And we're getting to watch old school wrestling.
Well, it sounds like a good time. So
we have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. 8 p.m. tonight, twitch.tv / Pollo Del Mar. Hold on, where's the thing? There's the thing. Twitch.tv / Pollo Del Mar. Paul, we're friends, so I'm just on behalf of me as your friend, thank you very much for joining us tonight. And I think on behalf of everybody, thank you very much for making time for us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks for becoming a trivia champion.
Hey, we're dark this week on Theme Park Pulse. Important to note, there won't be a new show out tomorrow because we're all going to Orlando to go to Walt Disney World. So there's still a lot of Twitch. I know Pollo's gonna get in my carry-on.
No, I'm not. I hated Disney World. I went to Orlando Disney one time. It was the most boring experience of my life. I hated it. All right,
Pollo will not be in my carry-on for this trip.
I love amusement parks, but theme parks are
okay. Well, no new Theme Park Pulse tomorrow, but we will have a ton of content coming up here at twitch.tv / Theme Park Pulse the rest of the week. We will be on right after Harmonious debuts tomorrow night. I'll be on hosting a live show here, live reaction. So watch that over on the Disney Parks blog, and then get over here to twitch.tv / why do I say backslash? It's like I'm 100 / Theme Park Pulse, and join us right here on this channel. And we'll recap that. And somebody, I think, is going to recap the other show Thursday night. I don't know. It's not going to be me. So hopefully somebody else will be able to do that. And then we're on a plane. We will have a coffee and carousels on Sunday. It'll just be live-ish. As in
it won't be live at all.
It won't be live at all.
So the four of you are all traveling to Orlando together?
Us plus even more. Plus
wow.
2 more. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good time. But that is all the time we have tonight for Trivia Tuesday. Josh, I'm going to give it back to you to wrap it up.
Yeah, thank you all for coming and joining us on the first ever Pop Culture. You enjoyed the format. Chris is just messing with stuff here. But in the meantime, we'll be back in 2 weeks for another Pop Culture Trivia. I've got a bunch of stuff coming up on the YouTube channel. Check out my TikTok, all those other things. And as always, my friends, keep moving forward.